Would you dare this challenge? Sitting in a bath full of ice? Wim Hof, also known as the Iceman, does it all the time. He can sit in ice for up to 3 hours and 28 seconds. And not just for fun. It turns out that his special techniques of meditation, exposure to cold, and breathing can lead to the activation of the sympathetic nervous system. This part of the nerve system was always thought to be an automatic system, but this man shows that it is also possible to voluntarily activate it. Based on research done on the Iceman, Cox et al. Conducted an experiment on the voluntary activation of the sympathetic nervous system and attenuation of the innate immune response in humans. This study will be further discussed in this video. They tested whether the same techniques of Wim Hof could enable humans to voluntarily activate their sympathetic nervous system, which should help them inhibit their innate immune response. The relevance of the study was to investigate whether Wim Hof's training program could be used as a treatment for autoimmune diseases. People with autoimmune diseases have a greater activated innate immune system, which leads to an overproduction of inflammatory cytokines. The sympathetic nerve system plays an important role in inhibiting these inflammatory processes. So to treat autoimmune diseases, the CNS is often stimulated with biological therapies. But these are often expensive and have side effects. Therefore, this study was done to investigate whether humans are able to activate the sympathetic nervous system by themselves. In this experiment, 30 healthy men who never practiced any meditation were divided into two groups, the trained group and the untrained group. The trained group underwent training by Wim Hof, and the untrained group did nothing. The training consisted of three main elements: third eye meditation based on visualization, exposure to cold in several ways, and breathing techniques consisting of hyperventilation and deep inhalation. The participants had to practice this every day by themselves. 5 to 9 days later, both trained subjects and control subjects had to undergo an endotoxemia experiment. They were injected with an LPS solution containing components of a bacterial cell wall, NaCl, and endotoxin. This was to activate their innate immune system. 30 minutes before they were injected, the trained participants started practicing the taught techniques. The control group didn't. Blood pressure, inflammatory cytokine levels, heart rate, leukocyte levels, and catecholamine levels were all recorded to see potential differences between the trained and untrained group in their control of the immune response. It was expected that the trained participants would show a faster increase in blood pressure, heart rate, catecholamines, and leukocytes, but a faster decrease in inflammatory cytokines. Corresponding to the hypothesis, the trained group showed indeed some benefits regarding their control over their innate immune response. They showed earlier attenuation of pro-inflammatory cytokines, much greater levels of IL-10, an anti-inflammatory cytokine, higher concentrations of immune cells, and less flu-like symptoms compared to the untrained group. There were some limitations of this study. It was unclear which exact part of the training led to the reduced innate immune response, and the exact influence on the innate immune response was not very detailed. but the found results were definitely significant, and they could form a basis for future research in this field. It turned out that the sympathetic nervous system, which was thought to be automatic, can actually be voluntarily activated by a training of meditation, exposure of cold, and special breathing techniques. This enables humans to inhibit their innate immune response more quickly. This training could be a promising strategy to treat autoimmune diseases in a more natural way. So when I would now ask you again the question of whether you would dare the challenge of the Iceman, would you reconsider it?